Guys, that's your coming out today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Glad to have you here. Thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to talk some Raid Shadow Legends with yours truly. Today, we're going to continue to follow up on this conversation that now is going to be 3 videos long. Worse than epics, the top 20 worst legendary champions in the game. We uploaded like 5 days ago from the time of this recording. And in that video, a lot of you guys gave me crap because I did not have Nobel on the list, right? So then in this video, I was wrong. I admitted, after a lot of you guys gave it to me in the comments, that Nobel probably belonged on the list, but I reserved the right to change my mind. And today, we're gonna figure out once and for all, is Nobel trash? Or is he really trash?
Come on, man.
Or is he good? Is there any utility that this champion can possibly have on a team? And today, I put together a really cool Fear Arena team. I'll show you the entire team in just a moment here. And then I've already been playing with the team a lot, so I have a lot of feedback to also give, just in case Plarium is watching, on Nobel and Fear and True Fear in general in terms of its place inside the game. So today's gonna be a really fun video, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, guys, so before we jump into the arena, I wanna show you the team. So starting with Nobel himself, right? Of course, his best use inside this entire game is what? Sacrificing himself to empower Ninja, if you're lucky enough to have Ninja. That is his best use in the game, but can we get any utility on top of that from this champion? Well, let's look at his kit here. He's an attack-based champion, 1553, pretty solid base attack. We'll look at his multipliers in just one moment here. On his A1, we have a 50% chance of decreasing the duration of 2 random buffs on the target by 1 turn. If the target is under Fear or True Fear, we instead have a 75% chance of decreasing the duration of all of the target's buffs by 1 turn instead. On the A2, Harbinger, on a 2-turn cooldown, okay? Attacks 1 enemy, ignore 30% of the target's defense, fills his champion's turn meter by 25% after the attack. If the target's under Fear or True Fear, decreases the cooldown of Dismay to A3 by 1 turn. Dismay, the A3 ability, 3-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies, 100% chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 50%. If there are any champions under Fear or True Fear, will also fill this champion's turn meter with the amount those enemies lose, okay? So if it works the way that we want it to, he'll get a double turn pretty close, right? Because we'll be filling our turn meter all the way to full because we're going to set him up with a Fear or True Fear champion, and then he'll come in with his Harbinger A2 ability, get another 25% turn meter boost, and hopefully do a little bit of damage along the way, right? Desolation is passive. Whenever an enemy's turn meter is fully depleted by any champion, has a 100% chance of placing True Fear debuff on that enemy for 1 turn. So you just look at the kit in a vacuum. And this is my thing, like this is what I said, not to repeat myself, but to repeat myself in those other videos. It's like, dude, after his buff, by the way, his buff used to be 20% on the A3 instead of a 50% turn meter reduction on that AoE, right? That's a big buff, that's a big difference, right? His base speed used to be 92, and they bumped it to 98 as well. And his passive used to only be a 50% chance, 75 when booked, now it's a 75% chance, 50 when booked. If we go ahead and pull up his multipliers, he has a godlike damage rating on his A1, a 3.9. We have a 3.4 average damage rating on his A2, which is a shame because it's the ignore enemy defense ability, right? And then we have a strong 4 rating on his AoE attack on his A3 ability, okay? So the damage doesn't seem like it's that bad. I'm just gonna break the news to you guys out the gate here. The damage isn't that great at all in this champion.
Give me a chance.
So instead, we're going to use him as kind of more of a control champion with some damage as well. With this passive, we're really relying on him to fully deplete turn meters. When he comes back around and uses this ability later on in the match, obviously on the first shot, it's very unlikely that he's going to be fully depleting turn meter. And furthermore, they're already going to have Fear or True Fear on them anyway because we're going to set him up. That way he's stealing all the turn meter with somebody else. So who are we going to set him up with, guys? Well, I thought to myself, you know what? One of my favorite champions in the game, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you probably already know. It's none other than Harvest Jack.
Okay, no hard feelings, but
So ugly.
I love Harvest Jack, dude. This guy's a boss. So I thought to myself, let's build a very fast speed team and just jack up the speeds on Harvest Jack, jack up the speeds on Noble, and you'll see the other two champions in just a moment here. You know what? Maybe it's because it's Dreams to Ash. Maybe I have like a little proclivity to have a liking to this champion. But in all seriousness, Lord of Terror is a great opening move, right? Attacks all enemies. 100% chance of placing True Fear debuff for 1 turn. Great. That will set up Noble perfectly. And then we have a decreased speed for 2 turns and decreases each target's turn meter by 15% if the True Fear debuff is placed. Has 100% chance of placing a Sleep debuff for 1 turn if the True Fear debuff is not placed. And then on his A2, it's another AoE attack, places block buffs if the targets are under fear, removes increased attack, places a decreased attack, removes continuous heal, places a poison, and the number of poisons and continuous heals are the same. Okay, we get that. All right, so what else is he doing here? A triple hitter on his A1, stealing buffs from the target. You gotta love it. 1 attack decreases the duration of all buffs on the attacker by 1 turn. Very, very, very sneaky good passive here and annoying on Harvest Jack. Now, I wish I could get him into a bolster set, but I have to sacrifice a lot of speed in order to switch him over to bolster gear. So you'll see, I want to be very clear here. This team is insane. It's super fun. I can't wait to show it to you guys, but it's not like a meta, I'm not going to use it in live arena top 100. It's not going to work at all, right? For 2 main reasons. Number 1, stone skin. Number 2, polymorph, really. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. So I started out as my nuker, and I'll still run him in a battle or two because I still haven't built. I started out with Fortus, right? Because I'm like, dude, it finally gives me an excuse to use Fortus in a video. I was thrilled. I was psyched. And he just wasn't really getting the job done, man. He wasn't doing that much damage. So instead, guys, I am using a login reward champion, none other than Cleotyrix, who actually coincidentally got buffed the same day that Noble got buffed, right? She got a damage multiplier increased. Now she hits like a truck. She also has increased crit damage on this champion for 2 turns on the A2 Feather Barrage. She's bringing her own increased crit damage buff. Sign me up. Fantastic stuff here. On her A3, Sky Punishment's going to be our opener. Increase accuracy on this champion for 2 turns. Attacks all enemies. Places a Hex. 100% chance of placing a Fear debuff instead for 1 turn on enemies under Hex debuffs. Awesome. Her A2 again, it deals a lot of damage, increased crit damage, increased crit rate on this champion. Block active skills for 2 turns on targets under Hex debuffs as well. So there's a lot of kind of like Hex synergy, Fear synergy, a lot going on with this team. And again, I will switch it up and put Fortus on some of these teams as well. And then we're going to actually run Yameko on this squad, right? So she's going to be kind of the control champion. She's going to be going first with Dance of Time. And then she has this ability too, more Hex synergy. Granted, it has to be placed by herself, which is kind of a bummer, but the passive effect, whenever an enemy tries to place a debuff on either this champion or an ally, has a 55% chance of transferring those debuffs to a random enemy under Hex placed by this champion. This happens before any debuffs are placed on the initial target. Okay, awesome. So you guys know the team. I'm also going to run her as an aura lead, so I get extra accuracy in all battles by 60. Guys, I'll show you all the builds in just a second. I just want to go right into the arena really quickly, and I want to run I just want to run the team, okay? Here it is. Yameko, Harvest Jack, Noble, and Cleotyrix. Let's see what we can do here. It's a really fun squad, at least in my opinion, right? So we're going to start out with Dance of Time, as we said. We're going to come in here. Harvest Jack's going to come in with his A3 ability, right? So now we got all those spheres landed. Here's Noble's time to shine, guys. Get ready for not a ton of damage. Look at their turn meters though, right? Turn meters. And actually, we might be fully depleting some turn meters and replacing, well, we already have True Fear, so I guess we're good there. But we did fully deplete some turn meters, and guess what? Another turn. So he gets another turn now. Who do you want to go after? Obviously, we want to go after their Reviver. However, they have UDK on their team, so we're going to have to go after UDK. So again, the damage isn't anything too crazy, right? But then we pass the baton to Cleotyrix. She comes in here and boom! There we go, Cleotyrix. There we go. Now we're already going back again. The beautiful thing is that control, that 50% turn meter reduction, has prevented the enemies from even having a chance to go. Yeah, so far. So we're gonna go A2 again. Dreams to Ash. Now they got look at all these debuffs on them. I love it. We're already back to dismay. This is the cool thing about Noble, right? And again, I want to be very clear here. I'm obviously kind of drooling over Noble right now. I'll give my full thoughts on the champion at the end of the video and the whole team, but I really enjoy that if the target's under fear or true fear, decrease the cooldown of dismay. So already before anybody's gone on the enemy team, we're already going to come back to the A3 again and reduce the turn meter because they're still under true fear. He kills them all, and now we got a full turn meter again, and we go back in with the A2. Isn't that kind of cool? I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Some of you guys are like, wow, that is pretty cool. And some of you guys are like, dude, I'm not impressed, man. Not impressed. All right, let's go against this other team here, right? Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. All right. So zooming out. We go first. We have this team, just FYI, we have this team built very fast, sacrificing a lot of damage just to make sure we go first, because it's an absolute go first team. There's no bolster sets. There's no stone skin. There's nothing. There's no reviver on this team, right? There's no heals on this team. There's nothing. All right, we're going against 2 stone skins and a cleanser. I do not like that at all. So we're going to go in with the A3 anyway. They're going to get a resist. Oh, we didn't get a resist. We got a resist on some of the debuffs, not the fear, true fear. So let's go ahead and still go in and still steal some turn meter, hopefully. Nope. Resist. You guys see that? All right. Well, hey, we're still alive. So let's see. Who has debuffs? Ramen 2. Let's go ahead and try to land that Hex on Ramen 2 Drake's Blood and come in here with the A2 now. Okay. Now it's time for Feather, Sky Punishment, not Feather Barrage Ash. There we go. There we go. Soul Reap comes in. Now comes the A2. Let's go ahead and tackle their Reviver here. Dude, if that A2 hit, not even a little bit, a lot of bit harder, right? Like, I'm going to tell you out the gate here, is the best buff for Noble would be a massive increase in the multipliers on this A2 ability, right? Decrease buff duration on his A1. Let's go decrease some turn meter on his A1. Just trying to get in before Pythion can get his big new I want to be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. Boom! Not bad, right? But Noble, I'm having fun with the champion. I'm really having a lot of fun with the champion, right? However, dude, that A2, it for ignoring 30% of defense and for having a godlike damage rating does not seem very godlike to me. Or was that his A1 that was godlike? I don't know. What was it? Oh, it was an average A2. My bad. A1 was godlike, but I'm not feeling godlike on this champion. Granted, I don't have him in Savage gear or have him in Speed gear. Again, I'll show you the builds. Now we're going against the big boys. And this is not the team we want to be going against Morton Macabre, and I'm just going to tell you right now. Because obviously Morton Macabre is resistant to Yumeko, and we have AoEs for days. We're going to be triggering Peril, but we're going to do it anyway because it's fun, right? All right, here we go. A3, boom. Look at that turn meter. We're almost all the way back to another turn. We are now. All right, so we have, you can see, got True Fear, Leech, decrease speed, True Fear, decrease speed, True Fear, Leech, decrease speed. Okay, well, let's go after the Reviver, right? It's a negative affinity matchup, so don't judge too hard there. Here we go. Okay. She has, Mithrala has block debuffs, and she probably has too much resistance anyway, so let's just go ahead and put the Hex on, Duchess. I'm sure Peril has procced at some point here. Well, this is a cool ability here. We're going to be able to remove the, increase attack, put decrease attack at least, right? Bump, bump. There we go. Cool. Now we can come in with A3. Another Dismay for Noble. Comes in there. Steals turn meter. He's already almost back to full. But they get the nice cleanse on Mithrala. The cool thing is I don't think Morton Macabre's even taken a turn yet. There's nice control in this team. Because they don't really get to go that often. Which is cool. I'm going to keep going in here. Steal some buffs. Decrease duration. Whatever. Go in the A2 this time. Ooh, we're making our way. So far, we're kind of hanging with the big boys, but I'm very scared of this right here. Look at this turn meter, guys. Woo! No one's under fear of true fear. Yeah, I'm just gonna go after Necret here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Petrification, and the big fella's almost ready to go. I think this one's gonna be an L, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Don't take out Noble, man. Don't do it to Noble. Ah! Ouch. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys sit here and watch the whole thing. Okay, next. All right, guys, let's switch things up. But let's put Fortus in there. And you know what? We could even put him in there instead of Yumeko if we wanted to, but we wouldn't be able to go against this team. So let's put Fortus in for right now, and then we will go ahead and try him instead of Yumeko and try them all together. All fear all the time, right? So where the heck is Fortus is the question. There he is. All right. We'll see what we can do here. Okay. Come in here. Dance of time it. Come in with A3. Ooh. Okay. Good. A3. Reduce some turn meter here. Fantastic. Now we have the Astral Terrors. How's it gonna do? Here we go. The big nuke. Is it worth it, you think?
No.
That big nuke, and I haven't built like a monster, man. A monster nuker. Let's just come in here and poke away at Trunda. At least we can kill Trunda, right? All right. Now I'm hoping that the True Fear will proc, and it does, on Arbiter. So no revive for you. We come in here and nice and easy, right? Let's just keep. Yeah. Let's see if we can kill Candyman. We can. Keep in mind the A1 multipliers are better than the A2, so that's something that you don't necessarily see every day. Let's go the A2 there. Not too bad. Okay. So one team down here with the. Do you guys like the Fortus team better? Do you like the Cleoterix team better? Let's go ahead and do another one. This team, we're not going to be fast enough, I fear, for this team. But let's go against. You know what we could go against? You know what we could do against this team, guys? We could actually take out Yumeko, and we could just put in, like, Tormund. Well, I haven't played in forever. I hope I have gear on him. Let me check real quick. He has... It doesn't look like he has a lot of gear on. What do you have for accuracy? 435? Let's just see. I just need some control. Because a team like this, I mean, they're going to toast us if we don't go first. And they do go first, but we're able to circumvent with our man there. Okay, so Stars Align, his passive, it has been triggered, but we have to deal with the True Fears on our own side. Here comes Noble. Noble, can you take him out, man, with the A3?
Sir, yes, sir!
Nope. Woo! Baron's counterattack is always scary. Let's go ahead and finish him. Boom. Okay. And now we can Astral Terrors everybody. Boom. Dead. Okay. Not too bad. Let's go get another go first team here. Let's go against this team here. Arbiter, Lady Kimmy, Basher, and Leo. This kind of, dude, I gotta be real, man. This is, you know what, let's start, before I show you the builds, guys, let's start talking about about why, as fun as this team is, why it's not a thing. I mean, and I kind of alluded to a lot of it earlier, right? Unfortunately, we have a situation in this game where there's so much going against True Fear and Fear, right? I mean, there's Stone Skin. There's no way to circumvent Stone Skin. There's no way to circumvent Polymorph, which is everywhere right now in the game. And I don't know, man. Oh, look at that! Look at that! We pull it off! So here's my idea, right? So first of all these champions, I frankly find, like, doing videos like this, I don't know how you guys feel about it, right? But I find it incredibly fun. Let's just keep going with this team. This is a really fun team. I find it really fun. Really off meta. Like, I don't know what anybody's gonna think when they look at their log and they see Noble beat them, you know? It's very interesting. I think that Noble, after seeing this video, you guys tell me, right? I mean, I want to be clear here. We're not sitting in Platinum Arena, you know? We're not sitting here in live arena top 150 right now. If I was to take this team in there, it's too, the reason Live Arena was open, at least at the beginning when I started recording this video. But the problem with Live Arena is this team is too predicated on the pieces going in the exact same order. So you could easily ban Harvest Jack and the team would be screwed. Even if we could win, we wouldn't be able to win, right? But this is fun having Torment in there, man, just for a little bit of CC in case they go first, right? Against faster teams. Dude. So what do you think of Noble? Do you think he's a top 20 worst champion in the game? And I have to say, Cleotyrix was really fun, but he's actually doing better than I thought. What's his face? Fortus. I wish this could be meta, honestly, guys. Aw, man. We didn't get the freeze on Warlord, so now we're gonna really have our work cut out for us here. We'll see, though. We'll see. This team's so annoying because, like, even our A1s are doing annoying stuff to the opponents. We're going against a Trunda. We have, you know, Noble, who is, of course... Oh, Astral has the... His passive is a hidden skill, so you can't put it on cooldown. That's really cool, too. Anyway. Yeah, man, I wish that... Maybe I'm crazy here. You guys let me know if I am, right? Maybe I'm crazy. But I kind of wish... Yeah, it's... well, his Stars Align passive did proc here, guys. So if he can go, we might wipe him right now. Oh, we did it again! We did it again! I love it, man! I love it. Okay, one more battle, man. This is a fun freaking team. All right, here we go. It's the Fash, Lord Chazar, Lady Kimmy, Molly, Tankar, and Prince Kaimar team. Playing a team like this, first of all, I found it so enjoyable, right? I mean, so much fun. Secondly, it makes me wish that Fear and True Fear teams like this was more of a viable strategy. I say that as I smoke everybody in the arena, right? It makes me wish it was more of a viable strategy for like end game, you know, for like late game strategy. Maybe it is, but I think that with Noble, I actually think that he is, because Fear is not and nowhere near meta in this game, because True Fear, like meta like this, teams like this, because of everything we have working against us. And that's, again, you know, I hate to belabor the point, but if I was going in Live Arena or whatever, it would just be polymorph after polymorph after polymorph. So, like, if True Fear didn't trigger polymorph, or if Fear or True Fear was given a buff, I don't know, it might be a bad idea. I haven't thought this through. But, like, if it was a 75% chance at losing their turn instead, maybe it would be more worth it, you know? But I have to say, I mean, we cleared the entire... we cleared the entire wave here of all these speed teams, you know? We cleared them all pretty much with ease. Granted, again, I mean, we're not going against the best of the best here at all. But I'm trying to pick. I'm obviously not avoiding any teams here. I'm trying to pick the best teams I can possibly face. And some of these teams were, you know, platinum viable teams. Not most of them, but a few were. And I think that Noble in particular is a really cool control champion, but the damage is just not there at all, you know? But in the right team, on the right team like this, in good gear, let's face it, I think he's a pretty cool champion, man. I think he's a pretty cool champion, but I really think that he does deserve a damage buff. I would want to see a little bit more damage really out of his A3 and his A2, especially his A2 though. If you're going to have an ignore defense ability, I want it to actually have a little bit of viability to it. But either way, man, we're just smoking everybody with this team. I had a blast with this video, dudes. If you want to see another one, I'm coming up with a new bomb team as well, so be on the lookout for that. But let me go ahead and show you all the builds. As I mentioned, it's really prioritizing tons of speed on these champions. So we have a triple perception set on Harvest Jack, as you guys can see. His total stats are going to be 310 on the speed, and then all I really care about really is speed and accuracy on Harvest Jack on this particular team and this particular build. So 310, and so he's going second after Yumeko, or first when he's with Torment on the same team, and then 647 on the accuracy. When you look at his masteries, we have Eagle Eye, just to, again, make sure that we're getting as much as we can in terms of accuracy. He needs, for this team to work, he really needs to be landing that True Fear, and he needs to be going fast. That way we can outspeed the team, obviously. Next up is going to be Fortus. So Fortus or Fortus, whatever, however you say his name, he's in Savage and crit damage. I want to note on this champion that his Stars Align passive is really freaking cool, right? Increase the chance of enemy skills failing by 15% when those enemies are under Fear and True Fear. That's really, really cool. So as I said, a way to buff Fear and True Fear, he's got it kind of built in. This is not on a 4-turn cooldown, especially for like new players out there. This is always active. So it's a 65% chance at the True Fear of proccing and putting that skill on cooldown. That's pretty powerful. He has a Prevent Death ability, a chance of placing fear on all enemies for 1 turn. It's a really kind of cool passive on this champion, but check out this. Attacks all enemies. This is the hidden ability, right? A 40% chance to be unlocked every time someone falls under Fear or True Fear placed on an enemy, right? Check this out, though. Will attack all enemies, ignore 30% of target's defense against targets under Fear or True Fear. The attack is always critical, okay? So that gives us the luxury of building this champion, not having to worry so much about crit rate. However, I actually went in and I rebuilt him because I used to have him at like 40% crit rate. I had him at like 350 crit damage and about 40 or 50% crit rate. But then this A2 hits hard too, and you do need crit rate, right? You do need crit rate on this ability. So I actually tried to put a little bit more crit rate on him. So now it's up to 89 at 271. So I sacrificed some crit damage, but I was able to get it up quite a bit higher. I'd love to have it at 100% instead, obviously. But, you know, again, it was at 50. But again, I have him like, I put speed on the boots too. I took out his defense percentage boots, and I put speed on the boots. Just made him more of a traditional kind of nuker, you know? So I have speed here, I have defense percentage, I have crit damage on the gauntlets on Fortus. Very cool champion. On Tormund, I do have him in full sets. I have him in Perception and Frostbite, and you guys saw the stats already on Tormund. On Noble, I have him in triple speed. So he has triple speed. He's at 100 and 168 on his crit rate, crit damage. His accuracy at 439, but keep in mind, I did have him with Yumeko for an extra 60 accuracy, so around 500 when she was on the Aura lead. I have him at 299 speed, going second or third, depending on who's on the team. Most importantly, after whoever's setting us up. You could use like an Elder Skarg as well as an option for a Fear champion. There's a lot of them out there, right? Other than that, a little bit of attack, obviously, to try to maximize his damage. Now, I will say I knocked his damage quite a bit in this video, but he has triple speed, not savage, not lethal, right? He has crit rate on his gauntlets, not crit damage, and he does, however, have Helm Smasher. So I gave him Helm Smasher Mastery just for a little bit of extra damage there. So I'm sure if I put him in lethal gear, if I put crit damage on the gauntlets instead of crit rate, I'm sure he could probably be dealing like double the damage that we saw in today's video, but I have to sacrifice all that speed, which is really, really important. It's pivotal on this team. Again, I want him going fast, I want him going in there with the A3, and I want him depleting that turn meter, stealing it, coming back in with the A2, and reducing the cooldown of Dismay, so when we come back around again, we can just hit him again. So really, really cool champion. Is he a really good champion? No. Is he really cool? Yes, I vote yes. Yumeko, just so I can show you, she's super fast. 360 speed, 540 on the accuracy plus the aura. Here are her masteries. Eagle Eye, of course, that is tier 6. And then we have Cleopteryx in lethal, or Cleopteryx, sorry guys. It's like pterodactyl lash. It's like pterodactyl, bro. We have lethal gear on her. We have her at 100, 244, 202 speed with some attack as well. A little bit of accuracy. Her accuracy is a little bit low, excuse me. But keep in mind, she does bring an increased accuracy. So really, she's rocking around 300 accuracy, which is usually enough to land the Hex on most enemies, just depending on who we're facing, obviously, in the arena. I do have Helm Smasher on her as well, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I would still love to see a buff to Noble, maybe even a buff to Fortus as well. However, I had a lot of fun with this team like this, and this is really, to me, not to like get on my soapbox here at the end of the video, but to me, this is like the joy of Raid Shadow Legends, experimenting with different stuff, outside the box stuff, unorthodox, not super meta all the time. And to that end, be on the lookout again for that bomb team. Really excited about that one as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.